Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a Damu. The hardest part on my tongue, thinking this is warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Then throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verse is thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink, they gon' pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the plaques, you Decepticons. Straight rappers to retreats like Cobra. 80s they can float, they like up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, then I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beating. Ninja Turtle rap, turtle clans get defeated. High in my ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
This is a test. This station is conducting.
Right. My oh my you know what? I got to get this fixed. I'm trying to just do a quick show for you guys as I missed all of this morning. Um I was tired. I had like I said, I work on the other day. I hurt my, and I didn't really notice it. I really hurt my shoulder really bad. And I just rested, in all of that. So um sorry for this delay. I'm going to get this show started, but hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant React Channel, but you already know how I do. The real question is,
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. I'm gonna have to fix this, y'all. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, because I'm gonna have to. This got to be fixed. All right. Like I said, this mug was tripping, like for real. Let me back my face up off the camera like that. Dang, this mug was tripping. Okay, I was about to say now the okay, we good. We can technically start now. You know what I mean? This is what I get for wearing my Gryffindor shirt. I should have been having my Slytherin on, and we wouldn't have these problems. Nothing happens to the bad guys until the end. All right. Let's do this. Let me shout out everybody in the crew. Then I'm gonna come back, shout out everybody in the chat, and we're gonna get into this conversation before you know what I'm saying, it get too late for me. So let's do that, man. Sorry again for the delay. Sorry for missing this morning. Like I said, I didn't know how beat up my body was. I woke up, I was beat, like sore. You know what I mean? Like completely like sore. So let me shout out the crew, man. We're gonna get to it, man. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right. Back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And again, thank you so very much, man, for all the crew members, man, to be holding it down, man. I really, really appreciate it. Okay. I want to give this quick update on Mr. Chud, the builder that I talked about on yesterday. So he was arrested on the other day, and this is because he has some escalated conflict or whatever. So the American Freedmen Legal Fund and Freedmen Reparations Fund Trust submitted a formal notice to the Nashville DA and Metro Nashville Police Department regarding the documented public harassment, racial escalation, and live streaming targeted and related tied to Chud the Builder. We have a duty to protect the freedman community in Nashville from repeated targeted escalation and intimidation. And this goes into a whole thing. So on yesterday, Chud the Builder decided to go up and play these games. And he effed around and found out somebody wasn't playing with him, slapped that whole camera up by his face. You know what I'm saying? And then another guy came up. You know what I'm saying? And again, stop giving these racists grace. Dude's doing racist stuff. You know he's doing racist things. Yeah, you're recording them. You know what I'm saying? But say, hey, we don't play that around here. You know what I mean? And the guy had he had his weapon on him too. So he was like, hey, if you think it's gonna go down, you know what I'm saying? Which one of us is gonna walk out right? You know what I mean? And the police came. He called the police. Because this is what Chuds do. You know what I'm saying? Chud the fairy. You know what I'm saying? Call the police. They're harassing me. They're blocking my truck. They're doing this. They're doing that. Now he's going around calling people the hard ER. You know what I'm saying? Calling them chimps and monkeys, and you know what I'm saying? Doing all this ooga booga sounds and all of that, and then turned around to call the police like a little bitch. You already know what I'm getting ready to say. You know what I mean? So the police came, put him in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Because they got aware. Just some people are, and shout out to the people who actually got in contact with local law enforcement, say, hey, this is what this guy is doing. He's going around doing this, that, and the other. He was like, tried to get them for harassment. Oh, no, that's not happening because you're the one who's escalating the situation by harassing them first. You know what I mean? And then going to cry about it. You know what I mean? But again, this is another grift because what can happen is that, oh, they're harassing me. They're taking away my freedom of speech. Please donate to me. This is just another grift. You know what I mean? So shout out to the American Freedmen Legal Fund for doing their due diligence, but the people in Nashville, the black people, because I've been to Nashville before, and I love Nashville. Nashville has two of the most prestigious in original black universities, you know what I'm saying, in Tennessee State. And I can't think of the other one offhand, and I've been to Tennessee State, absolutely gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? HBCUs, you know what I mean? So I just want people in Nashville. If you live in Nashville, you live in Tennessee, and you see that guy come up, stop talking to him. Let him know I got my pepper spray too, and I got something else that'll pepper you also. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And he could continue to harass you, call you all kinds of monkeys and all of that. Hit him with the pepper spray. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be harassing black people in Nashville. So shout out to the American Freedmen Legal Fund, and shout out to all the people who's trying to stop this idiotic behavior going on. So shout out to them. All right. I just wanted to get that quick description or whatever. Junior Network, what's good? Lawrence, what's happening? What's good? X-Men, Xavier Phoenix, what's up? What's up? Alvin, what's good? D Stizzle in the house, what's good? Hey, I still don't have any sound. Oh, okay. All right. That was earlier. Okay. All right. Yeah, this mug was tripping. Gray is in the house. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me see. I can't pronounce your name, but what's going on? What's good? What's good? Yeah. Jada Informant, what's up? Let me see. Blue, what's good? What's good? Pam is in the house. What's up? No, this is just because I overslept. I overslept like a mofo today. All right. And I was supposed to go watch Mortal Kombat today, and that's what my live was going to be about today, but man, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Since I missed this morning or whatever. But all right. So season finale, Daredevil, Born Again season 2. I still believe that Marvel might have something, and you can you know what I'm saying. You can tell me what's going on, Runtime Travelers. What's good? You guys could tell me this, and tell me I'm wrong, but I think Marvel needs to mature. And what do I mean by Marvel needs to mature? I'm not saying go Zack Snyder dark with the content, but it also, with certain people and certain things, it has to mature. I think, not saying that it's Batman Forever campiness or, or Batman and Robin campiness, but the content has to mature. And what I've seen from Daredevil season 2 is the maturity that Marvel can be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it just got to go down just, the route of the boys or anything like that. But it's still, you have a lot of these guys who grew up with Marvel. Let's say right now, the first Iron Man came out in 2008, right? It's 2026. Those people, if you were born in 08, you're graduating high school now. You see what I mean? So if you were a little kid and you were, with this content and stuff like that, and you watch Civil War and you watch Endgame, you know what I mean? You basically grew up with this content. So now that you're 18 years old, you don't want the same, kind of lighthearted, jokey content. Yes, is comics fun? Yes. Are there jokes in comics? Yes. But if you read a lot of the comics now, they're mature. Comics has always been mature. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? As far as like your DC, Marvel, they've always been mature, especially in the modern age. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about the golden age, silver age, yeah. But if you're still thinking that's how comics are, you're sadly mistaken. And comics have grown up where it's more hard hitting. I mean, Chris Claremont, Frank Miller, and so on and so forth can show you very mature writing for a teen or early adult demographic that gets you to think and gets you to see these heroes for human beings and not just almost cartoon characters. So when I was watching Daredevil this whole entire season, I love the way they mature. And something I'm going to tell y'all that I absolutely loved was them changing, us finding out that they changed the whole ending of episode 7 to have Daniel get killed. Spoiler alert, to have Daniel die. What's up, Torian? I didn't even see you at first. To have Daniel die the way that he did. And why do I like that? Because over on the Warner Brothers side, they have no problem letting folks die that you probably would cheer for or probably understand or you probably start to grow with, throughout the process of the season. They turned around and did exactly that, and that was amazing. That was amazing, and you got to do that. I feel like in the realm of storytelling, and if you're telling a dark, gritty story, especially like a Daredevil story, you got to have those type of sacrifices so it can hit a lot harder. So when you see BB at the end and she's looking at that picture of her, even though she was playing Daniel for information, you know what I'm saying? I never thought she liked him. I thought she thought he was cool, and at first I thought, he cool or whatever. He trying. I ain't gonna lie, BB fine. And how Daniel trying to, you know what I mean? I had some thoughts on that. Like, I don't see that. But She was using it for information, but she was still trying to be his friend. And the whole birthday party thing made her feel a certain way. So when you hit that picture, when she looking at her and Daniel, and I think that was from the birthday party too, but it's that picture of her and Daniel. It hits a little differently. You know what I'm saying? And now that she's working in her dad's shop, her dad's desk, you know what I'm saying, as a reporter, you know, it hits a lot even harder because look, her daddy died, you know, giving information for Daredevil and stuff like that. And now look where we're at. You know what I'm saying? We're coming full circle. So I did like that. And there's, again, emotional beats that happens that make you engage with the content. And again, this is exactly what happened on the Netflix side. You know, there is some things, that I question, but I didn't come for the breakdown of Daredevil season 2. What I came for is the end. I'm going to go see. Now, I am going to go see Mortal Kombat 2 tomorrow. Since I missed it today and I got to go to work, I'm going to go see it tomorrow and then try to go see it early, get out, do a reaction video to it, on my shorts, and then come back and try to get on here and talk to you guys about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is happening tomorrow. That's what I plan on happening tomorrow, unless something else happens. So at the end of the episode, spoiler warning for y'all who have not seen Daredevil Born Again episode 8, Matt reveals that he is Daredevil a la Iron Man. You know what I mean? And everybody was like, yeah, right. And then, you know, he threw that when he threw his stick across the wall and caught it. And then the way it ricocheted, what is that walking stick made out of? Vibranium? What? I bounce off the walls. You know what I'm saying? No. He made that out of something. He got a little vibranium. I'm telling the Wakandans. But, you know, so he outs himself, you know what I'm saying, as Daredevil, and then goes to jail. And this is where I believe that we are going to see this play out in Spider-Man No Way Home. And this is a theory. I could be dead wrong. Dead wrong. Don't eat my lunch. It's just what could happen, what I can see it happen that makes the most logical sense in my little big forehead brain. So this is what I think that they could do. Check this out. Matt's already in jail, right? For the crimes he committed as Daredevil. I don't see how Daredevil could go to jail, but Kingpin get to sit, you know what I'm saying, drinking mojitos on an island somewhere. But I digress. YouTube, what's good? So this is what I think could happen. And if I was writing this, what I would see. I would legitimately have the Department of Damage Control take over the not the account, but the conviction of Daredevil, right? Because right now he's in prison, maybe in Rikers or something like that. But I would have the Department of Damage Control because it's obvious that they were trying to set this up with Wonder Man and they trying to fill up, the cells, right? And since we know that there will be a fight or there will be a confrontation between Spider-Man and the Hulk, what if, let's just say for the sake of argument, what if Hulk beats the brakes off of Six-Armed Spider-Man, right? And damage control comes around because they're trying to round up all these, these super enhanced individuals. Not necessarily mutants, but the mutates, right? And obviously, Daredevil just proved he's a mutate. How does a blind man throw himself into catching it is beyond me, but we all know he's a mutate. So they send him to the same prison, right? And that's where we get that scene with the hand. Because again, in the comics, Daredevil actually was at one point in time, and I can't think of the name of the comic. I could see the the silhouette, but he was he was a leader of the hand at one point in time. And what if we have Elektra come back? You know what I'm saying? And she's leading the hand, because for what I understand is they cast the lady who played Elektra. Can't think of her name right now, and I'm not going to look it up because I don't really have that much time. She's coming back, and she signed on for season 3. What is the best way to get her into this next season? Have them appear in Spider-Man. You already got clues of the hand being in this. You have clues that Spider-Man, which I believe that they edit a lot of that scene out. A lot. Shadowland, that's right. Thank you. I could see it. I just couldn't think of it. But they edit. I believe that scene where Spider-Man is breaking the sword, I believe a lot of that's heavily edited out. And we're not really seeing, what we're supposed to see. Now Daredevil doesn't know who Peter Parker is, but he sure knows who Spider-Man is. Remember that. So I believe that may, and the Punisher is going to be in there too. So Daredevil showed up in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, not Friendly Neighborhood Spider, the Spider-Man cartoon that was on Disney Plus, and I could see, and it was voiced by Charlie Cox, so I can see them integrating that dynamic into this new show or this new movie, because we're getting ready to have Punisher, One Last Kill that's gonna show next week, which again I'm going to give Marvel is credit. They did some, even though, and me and Blue talked about this, the writing, the premise of Wonder Man is not a superhero movie. It's just this actor so happened to have superhuman powers. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a movie about an actor trying to be an actor. That's what it is. But the writing was really good. The storyteller was good. I'm not going to sit up here and act like the storyteller wasn't good in this particular show. No matter what I think about everything else, that was good. You know what I'm saying? It was good. Now, on top of that, Daredevil has been good. Season 2 was incredible to me. It did what it needed to do for storytelling, setting it up for even if they didn't do a season 3, you can legitimately add Daredevil to a future full-length movie. And I don't think nobody would have a problem with that because it's earned. You know what I mean? If this is the same thing I was talking about Monica, that they should have had a movie for her, because we seen her in the television show, or they should have had a show for her. So then we could tell a lot of more intricate storytelling that's more mature, and that can lead into that. Hell, Ironheart, and some of the things that was, kind of silly in it, which is okay. They still had really good writing in there, really good storytelling, even though that they flipped Spider-Man and Riri's story. They flip-flopped their stories. It was still good. I'm not going to sit up here and act like that was just the worst thing I've ever watched in my life. You know what I mean? So how could Spider-Man integrate with this Daredevil story? I'm telling you, have Damage Control get Spider-Man when he's incapacitated by the Hulk. Hulk jumps off. Now we get Savage Hulk back again. So that just set up Savage Hulk. I don't need what we just had, what we just witnessed in the Captain America New World Order or New Day Brong or Falcon's Quest or whatever it is. We don't need that. The Hulk is the MacGuffin or the storyline of it, and they have this big CGI fight at the end. No, just have it in the middle of the movie so we can get Savage Hulk back You know what I'm saying? And he goes, what he does, but we capture Spider-Man, and now he's in the cell with Charlie Cox's Daredevil. And he helps Charlie Cox's Daredevil break away because now, and I just thought about this. Daredevil still got beef with the Hand. So probably that's the reason why the Hand is there and Spider-Man is helping him out. That could be it. You know what I'm saying? That could be the reason why the Hand is in the prison, because they're trying to get to Daredevil now that he's out of himself, as Matt Murdock. You know what I mean? And the death of Elektra. That could be it. You know what I'm saying? And since Elektra is coming back, she put a hit out on Daredevil. So when you see that scene when Spider-Man is just jumping at the Hand, what if that's I know it's Daredevil. You cannot tell me that's not Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? You cannot tell me that's not Daredevil. And it could be somebody else. It could be the Punisher. You know what I'm saying? But why would the Punisher, who has no superpowers, be jumping from a building just to break his legs? I don't know, and I don't want to see that. So it has to be somebody else. But I think that will be awesome. You know what I'm saying? And that way we could be able to, start bridging a lot of what happened in the Netflix series over to Spider-Man, because it ain't like Spider-Man don't deal with this either. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a way that they could be able to do it. I think it's a fun way. It would close out some chapters of what happened in the Netflix show and go forward what they're doing over at Disney Plus. And again, I believe that Sony is making this version of Spider-Man, this next set of trilogies, he's actually Spider-Man. So now we've already seen him be basically Spider-Boy. Now he's actually a man this time. So now the stories have to be more mature, more grounded, more of what we expect to see out of Spider-Man. And so that way, when people are watching this, they're not sitting there like, man, I don't know if I like this, man. It's too campy. It's too kiddie. Yeah, of course, you're going to have stuff for the kids. Don't get it twisted. The kids, you're still going to have to sell toys. But what Spider-Man, the animated series, did was make this where you could be able to have those particular type of stories, and you can still sell toys. We had Morbius. We had Punisher. We had Six-Star Spider-Man. We had all of that, we had all of that in the Spider-Man animated series back in the 90s, which went on that serious tone as X-Men and Batman, the Batman animated series. You could still have that same feel and energy in this Spider-Man, this new Spider-Man movie, and let's mature them up. Of course, you got to have the wisecracks and stuff like that, but let's mature the story up. So when he's cracking jokes, he's only cracking jokes because he's in pain. You know what I'm saying? He's legitimately in pain internally, kind of like what we had in the Thunderbolts. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Thunderbolts did an excellent job of showing internal pain and how people deal with internal pain, whether they're drinking themselves to death, whether they're cracking jokes. You know what I mean? Kind of like Red Guardian. Red Guardian is a perfect example of somebody who is missing the glory days of their life, and he's sitting there making jokes, trying to make light of everything because it sucks, because he knows his life has no purpose. So when it does have purpose, he has even more of that. You see what I mean? He has more jokes or whatever because now he's happy. You know what I'm saying? He's at a point where he's content. So now it's just going to be, astrobated or whatever. Or yeah, I think I said that name or right? Probably. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I see, and I think that's what what can happen on here. Say Heroes for Hire, Spidey, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, Silver Sable, Daughters of the Dragon, Punisher, Shang-Chi, White Tiger, etc. all participated in Shadow. Absolutely. We got to see a little bit of White Tiger. I think they should go forward with that. I believe her story for her. Okay. let me just say this, and again, I'm probably gonna shade this shade Ryan every time I talk about this, and it's only because of Black Panther. We had a story where the original White Tiger, just like in the comics, he dies, and someone else takes up the mantle of White Tiger. Yet the thing with this version of White Tiger, it was earned. We see her go through the, you know what I'm saying, this arc and this arc and this arc and this arc. They just didn't throw it on her just because technically the actor did die in real life. The actor died of cancer in real life. They had the female understudy become White Tiger, but in the comics that actually happened. But it was earned. So when she became White Tiger, when she started doing White Tiger things in the last episode, it was earned. Ryan Coogler, all I'm saying is you make excellent movies. All you had to do was, if you were going to do that, make her earn it. Make her earn it. You know what I'm saying? Make her earn it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but she was still a White Tiger. So, you know what I'm saying? It was still a White Tiger. You know, I get you, but she's still a White Tiger. But anyway, so that's all I got to say about that. I do believe, to sum this up, I do believe the best way for Spider-Man and Daredevil to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day is to have Spider-Man legitimately in the same Departments of Damage Control prison as Daredevil. You know what I mean? As Daredevil. And they go on the Great Escape. What's up, True Avenger? They go on the Great Escape because they're now facing a hand because of Matt outing himself, which would be continuity. It would be some continuity that we haven't really had in a long time. So I'm hoping this happens. This is just my thoughts, my theory. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think about it? Let me know. Put it in the comment section below and let me know what you guys what you guys think about that.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
I gotta get up out of here, man. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Put it in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think about this theory. I believe this is something that can work, but we'll see if that works. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe power, man. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Where's my outro at? Because you already know I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.